Well, today we meet a West Texas man on a mission to showcase differently abled athletes who compete in extreme sports. He was supposed to start filming a documentary on that at the Ironman race here in Lubbock, but because of COVID, he's facing some setbacks. AMAC's Amy Kazera is here to tell us about him.
Brian, Bart Hergy was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 5 years ago. It was a moment he thought would change his life forever. But while working as a videographer for one athlete with cerebral palsy, the idea came to him, a documentary showcasing the drive of the differently abled. And that's just where Bart's own triathlon journey began.
My whole left side of my body is numb. It's kind of like when your foot falls asleep and it just never wakes up. And so your ability, your range of motion, everything is affected.
Bart is a cinematographer based in Abilene, Texas. Shortly after his diagnosis, he was asked to film a documentary for an organization in Florida.
I have cerebral palsy, and I do all kinds of different Ironmans and stuff with my dad.
Michael and his dad, Jim, have been competing in athletic events since Michael was 5. And in the past 25 years, they've done around 300 different events together. And as they gathered more attention, they decided to start a nonprofit.
Parents were asking me to push their kids at events, and I just couldn't do it because I said if I did it, then Michael would be a spectator.
As Bart recorded the race, he couldn't help but think about his own condition.
I got to sit there and watch several athletes come in. Some had prosthesis. There were several that were visually impaired. Just really, it hit me.
And just like that, he was inspired.
Documentary is not so much about myself doing the race. Yes, we're going to be training with different athletes around the country to get me ready for the Ironman, but it really is to see the people that are out there that are hard charging, that are just, man, tough, and that are just breaking the barriers of their abilities.
They were supposed to kickstart the documentary with the Ironman in Lubbock, but it was canceled due to COVID-19. But despite this obstacle, they have continued training, even staging Ironmans on their own to practice. Bart plans to complete his full Ironman in April of 2021, but says that the mission of Abled Man is much more than just finishing a race. From inclusion to inspiration, it's about creating a new culture of acceptance for athletes of all abilities.